tálágbára gùn lórí ẹlẹ́. Òkè tálágbára. Òkè tálágbára gùn lórí ẹlẹ́. Òkè tálágbára gùn lórí ẹlẹ́. Òun lọ́mọ lọ́rùn gùn tó padà wá dúpẹ́. Òkè tálágbára gùn lórí ẹlẹ́. Wọ́n máa pàṣẹ láti ránṣẹ́ o. Wọ́n máa pàṣẹ láti ránṣẹ́. Nígbà táwọn ọjà máa gbé, táwọn ọjà máa gbé, táwọn ọjà máa gbé bọ́dí náà. Wọ́n máa pàṣẹ láti ránṣẹ́. Wọ́n máa pàṣẹ láti ránṣẹ́ o. Wọ́n máa pàṣẹ láti ránṣẹ́. Wọ́n máa pàṣẹ láti ránṣẹ́. Wọ́n máa pàṣẹ láti ránṣẹ́. Nígbà táwùjọ máa gbé, táwùjọ máa gbé, táwùjọ máa gbé wọ́n níyà. Wọ́n máa pàṣẹ láti ránṣẹ́. Àṣà láti rí máa ṣe títí ayé mi yòó. Wọ́n mọ̀ ní máa tẹ̀lé kí wọ́n bá jù lọ. Ó yá náà. OMOTAYO ikosi ọmọ lọ́rọ̀ ọba ìta ikosi ìjẹlu. Aramide o igi tó ń lọ dání ẹ wá. Sanwó. Sanwó-Olú èkó máa rí iṣẹ́ ọwọ́ rẹ̀. Sanwó-Olú èkó máa rí iṣẹ́ ọwọ́ rẹ̀. Gbogbo tàbá ti bèrè lẹ́sẹ̀kẹsẹ̀ ni wọ́n ṣe yẹ. Sanwó-Olú gbogbo tàbá ti bèrè lẹ́sẹ̀kẹsẹ̀ ni wọ́n ṣe yẹ. Ìwọ táyé mi kò ní kọ́kọ́. Shall we rise for the national anthem? Governor of Lagos State, Aji, and Etiosa Federal Constituency,
by the Deputy Majority Leader, Honorable Babatunde, members of the Lagos State Executive Council, Engineer Mrs. Aramide Adeyoye, members of the LCDA, Engineer Abdullahi Sheson Olowa, Executive Secretaries here present, our royal fathers of the re-election campaign of Mr. Governor, Senator Ganius Omoba Murphy Adetoro, and Right Honorable Adeyemi Ikufori, Messrs. Gilbert Sassini, and other management staff here present, captains and gigantic project by Mr. Celebo, the Governor of Lagos, and another promise kept. I am not alone in the commentary box. With me is Busola.
Governor, to formally welcome each and every one of us to this his boss, to take the bull by the horn and do what men even dare to do. I have my very, very senior colleague and brother here, Kule Adeshino. What I do not have in terms of height, he has made up for it. And what he does not have in terms of size, I have made up for it. I am Busola Kukoyi. I'm welcoming you to this commissioning. Kule, over to you.
Thank you very much, Busola. The great people of Lekki, we welcome you to the formal commissioning of the Phase 1 Lekki Junction, Ekpeti Junction, and flag off of Phase 2 Lekki Junction, Abraham Adesanya. Our gathering here today is about a promise made and a promise kept by Mr. Celebo, the Governor of Lagos State, Mr. Babajide Olusola Sanwo-Olu. In a short while, Mr. Governor, his deputy, and other dignitaries will arrive for the formal commencement of this program. But it is necessary that we remind us all that if the first 4 years could be like this, you can imagine what the next 4 years will be like in Lagos State. With your kind permission, let me welcome our hostess, the Special Advisor to Mr. Governor on Works and Infrastructure, Engineer Mrs. Aramide Adeyoye. Please let's put our hands together to welcome her.
Please let us put our hands together. This woman, she's the celebrant, if one will say that. She saw it the beginning, and now she is saying the completion of the first phase of that project. We thank you, a very dynamic woman. I always equate her with a man because she has the vigor and the strength of a man. We welcome you, Engineer Mrs. Aramide Adeyoye.
Let me also respectfully welcome members of the body of permanent secretary. We welcome members of the Lagos State Executive Council, the highest policy-making body of the Lagos State government. Please let's appreciate them.
Yes, we already see joining us the Honorable Commissioner for Fiscal Planning and Urban Development, Engineer Tayo Bangoshe Martins, and his colleague in the Youth and Social Development Ministry, Mr. Oluwasegun Daudu. We thank you for being here. But you forgot to mention that we also have the legislative arm already here. Yes, Honorable Nohim Adams. We welcome you, sir.
Thank you for coming.
We see the Nohim babes who have said, Lekki Nohim Adams. We thank you very much, sir, for being here this afternoon.
Nohim Adams, Lekki, Sanwo-Olu, Lekki.
Yes, indeed. We also want to recognize the body of permanent secretaries. They have turned up in their numbers to support one of their own. And I'm talking about the permanent secretary of Office of Infrastructure, Works and Infrastructure, Engineer Olufemi Olubumi Daramola. We welcome you, sir, and indeed all your colleagues who are here. We thank you very much for being here this afternoon. Essay to Mr. Governor on Education, Honorable Tokunbo Wahab. We recognize you. The Honorable Commissioner for Housing in Lagos State, Honorable Lekki Fatai, we thank you for being here. Honorable Commissioner for Education, Mrs. Folashade Adefisoye, we thank you very much for being here. We thank you all. We must indeed recognize all our traditional rulers, the custodian of our tradition and culture.
Yes, in the Ministry of Works and Infrastructure.
Before we go there, the National Assembly members are here, members of the House of Representatives, Honorable Ibrahim of Banikoro. We welcome you. Honorable Commissioner,
Federal Constituency.
Honorable Commissioner for Information and Strategy, Benga OMOTAYO, thank you for being here. Honorable Commissioner for Agriculture, Bisola Olusoya, we thank you for being here. Yes, and it is about time we'll welcome the man of the moment. I'm talking about the Governor of Lagos State. Please, can we all set... Take it down a little bit, take it down. Honorable Commissioner for Home Affairs, Prince Elegushi, we welcome you. I was recognizing
members of the Marketmen and Women Association, chairmen and members of CDAs and CDCs and other community leaders here present, Lekki residents, Lekki Residents Association members here present, chairmen and members of various unions here present, gentlemen of the press, ladies and gentlemen. I say good afternoon to every one of you all. My name is Kunle Adeshina. I welcome you to another bold, audacious and gigantic project by Mr. Celebo, the Governor of Lagos State. Our gathering here today is about another promise made and another promise kept. I am not alone in the commentary box. With me is Busola Kukoyi.
Thank you very much, Mr. Governor, Mr. Deputy Governor, to formally welcome each and every one of us to this historic event, one that is making the people of Ibeju, Lekki, Ekpe, and environs really, really excited. It's
no woman! When you train a woman, you train a nation. No woman! Mr. Governor, Satayo. Mr. Governor, Mr. Babangida, Mr. Deputy Governor, Dr. Bafemi Kaniramzat, members of the National Assembly here present, the Speaker of Lagos State House of Assembly, may be represented by Honorable Muslim, the House Member representing the Ibeju Lekki, Honorable Noim Adams, members of the State Executive Council here present, especially members of the Body of Permanent Secretaries here present, the chairman of all local government here present, the large numbers, my royal fathers here present, also in large numbers, the Lodger, not in any particular order, the Lodger of Ekpe, I see the Alara of Alara, I see on this other side as well, all the eminent, all the others here present. Thank you for coming. Heads of governments and agencies and parasitors here present. The state chairman of our great party, Cornelius Ontelabi. Members of the Governor's Advisory Council here present. in particular the chairman ICC, Honorable Ganiu Solomon, Honorable, I see also another GSC member, Honorable Kofu, members of our all leaders here present, the Managing Director of Cranebrook, Mrs. Gilbert Sazen, captains of industry, stakeholders also here present, other top government functionaries, chairmen of CDAs and CDCs, in particular the Lekki Residents Estates Association, the major stakeholders here. It's indeed a pleasure to be all to this event, and I'm really delighted. It's a great pleasure that I welcome you all to the formal commissioning of the reconstructed and upgraded stretch of the Lekki-Ekpe Expressway from Eleko Junction to Ekpeti Junction, as well as the flag off for the second phase of the project from Eleko to Ibam Adesoya roundabout. This development marks another great effort of the Governor Sanwo-Olu's administration at investing in infrastructure that will impact positively on the socio-economic well-being of its citizenry. As you're well aware, the Lekki-Ekpe Expressway was a road that was constructed well over 40 years ago. And then when it was designed as a rural road with no drains, just allowing for chutes to be able to allow runoff on the roadway to percolate into the ground. However, in the face of population growth, massive construction activities, sand dredging, and exponentially increased vehicular traffic volumes, there has been immense pressure on the roadway, resulting in attendant damage on the flexible pavement, coupled with reduced roadway width. In the year 2020, the situation was so deplorable that with the bad portions of the road, a journey of 35 minutes could take as long as 5 hours. Unfortunately, the palliative measures deployed over time also did not yield the desired results, as the underlying base causing the failure of the pavement due to drainage-related issues was not addressed. The exercise of repairs, which gave temporary relief when done, usually had a short lifespan, gulped a lot of money and was no longer sustainable. Hence, the need for a more permanent solution to address, one, the issue of the drainages, and two, the outfalls, as well as the excess axle loadings of the flexible pavement. Indeed, this administration, I dare to say, has made bold steps in this direction. It's in the record of this administration that the greatest number of roads in rigid concrete pavement has only happened in this administration. This 18.75 kilometers in rigid concrete pavement is also similar to what you have at Obashekumade. It's similar to what you have in parts of Ikorodu Road. It's also similar to what you have in various places in Bumamara, as well as the old Ojo Road. The government has not shied away in finding a lasting solution to our pavement failures. In January 2021, work started on the worst segment of the Lekki Expressway, that is from Ekpe to Elekoti Junction, a distance of 18.75 kilometers. Today, the narratives of the harrowing experience of commuters and motorists on this stretch has changed. Not only have we fixed the stretch from Eleko to Ekpeti Junction, we have also upgraded the road with outfalls, with pavements in rigid concrete, and with introduction of additional lane dedicated for heavy axle loadings and the trucks. This is in anticipation of the upsurge in the volumes of traffic, ADT volumes, that will come from the Lekki Deep Sea Port, the refinery, and other businesses around the Lekki Free Trade Zone corridor. With the completion of phase 1 of the reconstruction work, Mr. Governor has also graciously approved the commencement of the second phase of the works from Eleko Junction to Ibam Adesoya roundabout, which will be flagged off today. And I think at this point, we need to be able to applaud Mr. Governor for taking that bold step.
4 + 4 = 8.
It's pertinent to mention that the phase 2 has been broken into 2 sub-phases, phase 2A and 2B, for ease of funding and to reduce the traffic impact of the construction work on commuters. Consequently, the construction will be executed as follows. The phase 2A, which will begin from Eleko Junction just nearby here to Awoyaya, and the critical sections at Majek and Ogidon, all totaling a distance of about 18.6 kilometers. While the phase 2B from Ogidon to Ibam Adesoya, where the 4th mainland bridge is intended to take off, and it's about 11 kilometers, will also immediately commence on completion of the phase 2A. The scope of the works for the phase 2A will entail site clearance and earthworks, provision of reinforced concrete drains, culverts and median, provision of transverse and longitudinal drugs at intervals, provision of crushed rock base, and provision of reinforced concrete rigid pavement with road markings. The installation of furniture such as the street light, an adequate sustainable power source, landscaping of road verges, the installation of way bridges in each direction of the roadway, clearance for slip roads at identified locations, and then provision of temporary alternative routes in the course of construction. I must appreciate the efforts of the contractor, Mrs. Kremborg Construction, for the successful and timely delivery of the first phase, and have now been saddled with the responsibility of constructing the phase 2 of the project. We also sincerely appreciate the entire residents and the CDAs in these communities for their unflinching support and cooperation throughout the construction period in this stretch. No doubt, the Lekki Expressway is a laudable project that will impact positively the lives of residents, eliminate traffic gridlocks, reduce drastically the travel time of commuters and businesses, as well as improve the socioeconomic well-being of people around this axis. I therefore implore us all, as stakeholders, to take ownership of it and be wary of vandals who would want to and guard it jealously, who would want to also damage the things that are there. So this road can continue to serve you for as long as we desire. On behalf of the Ministry of Works and Infrastructure, once again I welcome Mr. Governor, Mr. Deputy Governor, distinguished members of the National and State House of Assemblies, members of the State Executive Council, and other top government functionaries here present. Traditional rulers in their large numbers, you are all welcome to the official commissioning of the phase 1 of this Lekki construction, Lekki to Ekpe construction, as well as the flag off ceremony for phase 2. I thank you all for your rapt attention.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni iṣẹ́ wa, bẹ́ẹ̀ ò rí iṣẹ́ wa. Ìgboro ni ẹ wò, bẹ́ẹ̀ ò rí iṣẹ́ wa.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Mr. Governor, sir, Mr. Deputy Governor, honorable members of the House of Representatives, all other courtesies duly extended. Next, we will be beaming a documentary which speaks to what this area looked like before this project came on stream. I implore all to please watch with rapt attention. Can we have the documentary now?
This is the Etiosa Lekki Ekpe Expressway, which was constructed over 40 years ago from Victoria Island to Ekpe T Junction, adopting a rural road cross-section without drain, except for chutes at intervals to allow runoff water to percolate into the soil along the verges. The highway provides access to the Lekki Free Trade Zone, which is presently recording large-scale infrastructural development, such as the Dangote Refinery, Lekki Deep Sea Port, and other major industries within the zone, thus attracting an increasing volume of articulated trucks with the attendant heavy axle load. Before the intervention, this critical infrastructure for the movement of goods and services spanning between Abraham Adesoya roundabout and Ekpe T Junction was in a deplorable state with negative impacts on travel time. The pressure on the road also led to a speedy decline as drivers and commuters face hardship while using the road.
Accident, motor man tombu ṣeré ni. Tójò bá fi lè rọ̀ problem ni for everybody. Àwọn ọmọ wa go ní lè lọ sí school, a máa dé wọn mọ́lé ni. Ìyẹn ọ̀tọ̀. Ṣé tó wá rí láti Ìbẹ̀jú, látòrí bridge Ìbẹ̀jú yẹn, títí tó fi dé Ẹ̀pẹ́, worst ni.
Tójò bá ti lè rọ̀ báyìí, everybody, even though ọ̀kadà may be 2,000, 2,500, 3,000, ló ń gbé wa lọ lé wa padà. Torí ọ̀nà tó bàjẹ́ ni.
In demonstration of its commitment to stimulate economic growth and open up the axis for greater development, the administration of Mr. Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu and the Deputy Governor Dr. Bafemi Hamzat declared a state of emergency on this road, which culminated in the decision to upgrade the road using a more sustainable road pavement. To ameliorate the sufferings of the citizens in this axis of the metropolis, in November 2020, the Mr. Babajide Sanwo-Olu-led administration flagged off the reconstruction and upgrading of the Etiosa-Lekki-Epe Expressway Phase 1 from the existing 2-lane dual carriageway with flexible pavement into a 3-lane dual carriageway with a reinforced concrete pavement and with a lane in each direction dedicated to trucks to accommodate the envisaged axle loads expected to ply the road.
And so I'm excited today that we're here to rehabilitate, to upgrade, and to bring you a brand new Etiosa Lekki Epe Express Road reconstruction. Today's ceremony symbolizes our government's revolutionary effort at making life better for Lagosians and improving the case of ease of doing business. We remain focused on promoting economic prosperity through the provision of quality road infrastructure throughout Lagos State. Our commitment to the people of Lagos, to the businesses in Lagos, to the corporation in Lagos is that our states will continue to remain more prosperous with world-class road infrastructure where citizens can travel from one end of the state to the other without unnecessary encumbrances.
The scope of work carried out includes the site clearance and earthworks, provision of reinforced concrete drains, culverts and median, barrier, relocation of public utilities, that is, electric poles, transformers, water pipes, and provision of transverse and longitudinal service ducts, provision of crushed stone base course, provision of reinforced concrete rigid pavement with road markings, installation of street lighting with power generating set, landscaping of road verges, provision of temporary alternative routes in the course of construction. The completion of the 18.75 kilometer Phase 1 from Lekki Junction to Ekpeti Junction with an average width of 24.84 meters in rigid pavement within a record 18 months is an affirmation of the resolve of Mr. Governor, Mr. Babajide Sanwo-Olu, and Mr. Deputy Governor, Mr. Obafemi Hamzat's administration to extend development across the length and breadth of the state and grow the economy of Lagos through a robust infrastructure portfolio. It holds tremendous socioeconomic benefits for the people. It will improve road connectivity, reduce travel time, enhance intermodal transportation services, and improve the safety of lives and property. The new road will also eliminate perennial flooding along the axis, enhance property values, provide an aesthetically pleasing environment, and improve the socioeconomic well-being of the people through the increase in communal interactions and commercial activities.
Tẹ́lẹ̀ ọ̀nà tá wà lórí èyí, ọ̀nà yóò ṣe gbà fún wa rárá. Ọ̀nà yìí bàjẹ́ kan látàyè Jákàndé náà ti ṣe ọ̀nà yìí. Ìjọba Sanwó-Olú náà dé náà bá tún ọ̀nà náà ṣe. Látẹnu Lekki Junction tá wà yìí, títí dẹ́pẹ́ báyìí kò sí òdọ̀pù mọ́. Ọjà àdúgbò wa ń bí sìn lẹ́nu ìgbà tó ń ṣọ̀nà yìí. Gbogbo ọjà wa ń lọ déédéé. À ń jáde kúrò nílé lásìkò, a dẹ̀ ń wọlé lásìkò. Tẹ́lẹ̀ tá bá dé ibi iṣẹ́ ní tó yẹ ká dé ọ́fíìsì wa láago 10 àárọ̀. Ó lè jágo 4 ìrọ̀lẹ́ láago 4 ọ̀sán la máa tó dé bí. Bọ̀ báyìí ń sìn lẹ́yìn ìgbà tó ti bá a ṣọ̀nà yìí, ó ń yá fún wa tí ó sì díwọ́ kankan.
Tẹ́lẹ̀ rí apẹja ni wá lókun bí tán bá pẹja ó máa ń take wa ní much time kó tó gbede ibi tó ti máa tà bóyá VI Lagos Island Lagos Mainland ṣùgbọ́n so ti mú ìdàgbàsókè wá dé pé tán bá ti pẹja under 2-3 hours wọ́n ti débi tán gbé lọ.
I was just coming from one of our sites at Ekpe, and coming back and we just saw the light, the brightness. I'm like, wow, this is so beautiful. Wow, like I told my site engineer, can you please stop? Let's take pictures and video. This is too beautiful. Not like before, when this road was never motorable. Like if you want to pass this road, you can spend more than 5 hours on the traffic. But today, look at the beauty of Ibeju Lekki. It's so very encouraging.
The construction and delivery of Etiosa Lekki Ekpe Expressway by tried and tested contractor Mersars Cranberg Construction Company Limited, whose willingness to adhere to the QA and QC requirements of the state government tailored towards sustainable project delivery and assured pavement quality, once again underscores the commitment of the current administration led by Mr. Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu and his deputy, Dr. Obafemi Hamzat, to ensure even development of the state. It is proof of their determination to implement programs that fast-track development and projects that bring relief and shared prosperity to the people of Lagos State.
Ibeju Lekki itself, and that's the chairman of Ibeju Lekki. Please welcome Engineer Abdullahi Sheson Olowa.
Oya jajani, jajani. Oya jajani, jajani. Ibeju Lekki lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ ló wà. Jajani. Ibeju Lekki lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ ló wà. Jajani. Jaja, wọ́n ti mọ ẹ́ tẹ́lẹ̀ wọ́n tó máa wú. Wọ́n ti mọ ẹ́ tẹ́lẹ̀ wọ́n tó máa fẹ́ wọ́n. Jájà sọ fún wọn pé akọ kí ló wá ń ṣe ìrìnsẹ̀ yìí o. Jájà àwòmọ́jú kì í bọ̀dá o. Àwòmọ́jú kì í bọ̀dá o. Jájà irọ́ ni pẹ́pẹ́ pa àjà ló lẹ́rù. Sọ pé irọ́ ni pẹ́pẹ́ ń pa àjà ló lẹ́rù. Irọ́ ni pẹ́pẹ́ ń pa àjà ló lẹ́rù. Ó wà dáadáa sí wa, alága dáadáa, lálága wa.
Your Excellency, the Governor of Lagos State, Mr. Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu, Your Excellency, the Deputy Governor of Lagos State, Dr. Kadri Obafemi Hamzat, the Speaker of Lagos State House of Assembly, being represented by Honorable Naim Adams, the Secretary to the State Government, Honorable Member, Federal House of Representatives representing the Ibeju Lekki Federal Constituency, Honorable Bayo Balogun, Honorable Member, Lagos State House of Assembly, in particular, Honorable Mojid Adebola Fatai, representing the Ibeju Lekki Constituency 1. Member, Lagos State Executive Council here present, our GAC leaders, APES leaders, our royal fathers, market men and women, religious leaders, captains of industry, the good people of Ibeju Lekki local government, Ekpe and Etiosa, our party faithfuls, ladies and gentlemen. Today, it is with great delight that I'm here today to stand among men of profound goodwill who have not only transformed the Lagos story, but are also ready to reposition our dear state as an enviable mega city. The commissioning of this Lekki-Ekpe Road be the phase 1 of the Lekki-Ekpe Expressway by His Excellency, Mr. Babajide Sanwo-Olu, the Executive Governor of Lagos State, is a blessing to this local government and its people, and a further confirmation that we are not forgotten in this axis. Our people are grateful to Mr. Governor and his team for the restoration and expansion of this road at a record time, as it has become a boom to the social and economic lives on this corridor. Mobility of humans and other economic agents has become much more enhanced and a lot less tedious. The strategic importance of this road to the people of Epe and Ibeju-Lekki cannot be overemphasized. We are a people with common history and an age-long interaction. The reconstruction of this road has come to further strengthen that historical bond of interaction between the two local governments. We thank Mr. Governor for this world-class infrastructure, which we believe will serve as an ambassador of wealth and prosperity for our people. We are using this opportunity on behalf of all stakeholders of the beneficiary communities to thank our smart and hardworking Mr. Governor for this road and for other infrastructures yet to come. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, today is not only about this project commissioning. This gathering is a veritable platform to sell the candidacies of our father and national leader, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, who is gunning for the #1 seat in our country. Our record-breaking Mr. Selebu, the indefatigable Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu and his deputy, Mr. Obafemi Hamzat, pace-setting distinguished Senator Mikael Abiru, Honorable Prince Bayo Balogun, Honorable Mojid Fatai, and Honorable Oladile Ajayi, all flying the flag of our great party, the All Progressive Congress, in the forthcoming general elections. My charge to you, the people of Ibeju-Lekki, Epe, and Etiosa today, is to make sure we troop en masse on election days and vote massively for these candidates of APC to register our appreciation for the good work they have been doing. By now, it should be clear to us that it is by having APC in power at all levels that continuous development of communities and bright future for our children are guaranteed. We thank Mr. Governor and his team once again and look forward to dancing with him at Victory Party after the elections, where we shall celebrate his electoral victory and that of all other APC candidates. Thank you all for coming. Thank you.
Please let us put our hands to wearing 2 caps this afternoon. One, he is representing the Right Honorable Speaker of the Lagos State House of Assembly, and he is here in his capacity as member representing Etiosa Constituency 1 at the Lagos State House of Assembly. Please welcome to the microphone Deputy Majority Leader, Honorable Nohim Adams.
Àwa ló ní APC kò lè bàjẹ́. Àwa ló ní APC kò lè bàjẹ́. Oh my God, APC Ibeju-Lekki làwa wà àmọ́ra wa. Àwa ló ní APC kò lè bàjẹ́. Àwa ló ní APC kò lè bàjẹ́. Oh my God, APC Ibeju-Lekki làwa wà àmọ́ra wa.
Because of time, please. Time. Mr. Governor is worried, please. Time. Thank you very much. Before I proceed, you agree with me that we are in election period and election festive period. Let me start by singing our APC song. APC yé tí gbogbo wa ní, kó má gbọ́dọ̀ bàjẹ́. Torí kò sẹ́gbòmíràn tí a lè lọ, àjò lè dàbí ilé. Ẹ jẹ́ ká sowọ́pọ̀ ká fìmọ̀ ṣọ̀kan gbé kémi gbé. Solo, thank you very much. Our action governor, Mr. Selebu, Mr. Project, Mr. Train, thank you very much for coming to Etiosa and Ibeju-Lekki. We thank you very, very much, sir. Our Mr. Deputy Governor, thank you very much. We also appreciate you. And please permit me to stand on a well-established protocol. However, I would like to recognize my colleague, my brother, Honorable Fatai Mojid, a member of the House of Representatives. Thank you very much. On behalf of Right Honorable Dr. Mudashiru Ajayi Obasa, we bring you warm reception from the Lagos State House of Assembly.
Mr. Governor, sir, I have the mandate of the Mr. Speaker to inform you that the legislature is always ready to support your team's agenda. However, Mr. Governor, sir, we have 3 slogans in Lagos State today. And the first one is Lagos is rising. And the second one is Ekoshima Dunsi. And the third one is Bẹ́ẹ̀rí iṣẹ́ wa,
Bẹ́ẹ̀rí iṣẹ́ wa, ẹ wò gbòòrò. Ìgboro ni ẹ wò, bẹ́ẹ̀rí iṣẹ́ wa.
Solo. Mr. Governor, sir, I slept over that Lagos is rising. I tried to define it. And my definition is this: truly Lagos is rising. And I will start from my own Etiosa. Mr. Governor, sir, just January 1st, 2023, you gave us a gift. You said that you announced, and you said we will construct 4th Mainland Bridge. Just this January. And that 4th Mainland Bridge, starting from Abraham Adesanya to link Thomas, to link Okera, to link Langbasa, and down to Ikorodu, Etiosa will benefit much from that 4th Mainland Bridge. Mr. Governor, sir, I'm still talking about Lagos is rising. Mr. Governor, sir, just a few days ago, Mr. President came to Lagos State to commission OMOTAYO rice mill. Mr. Governor, sir, that rice mill is the largest in the West Africa. Mr. Governor, sir, thank you very much. Lagos is rising today. Mr. Governor, sir, and again, Mr. President also commissioned our train station from Marina to Maitu. Thank you very much, Mr. Governor. Lagos is rising. And again, refinery in Lekki, it has been commissioned as well by our Mr. President. Lagos is rising. Also, Lekki Deep Sea Port is going. Lagos is rising. However, Mr. Governor, sir, this Lekki down to Ekpe, me, I am an indigenous of this area. And I know how this road used to be before your assumption in office. But today, you cannot spend up to 5 minutes or 10 minutes, maximum 15 minutes from Lekki down to Ekpe. Please, a round of applause for our governor.
Bẹ́ẹ̀rí iṣẹ́ wa, bẹ́ẹ̀rí iṣẹ́ wa, ẹ wò gbòòrò wò. Ìgboro ni ẹ wò, bẹ́ẹ̀rí iṣẹ́ wa.
Thank you very much. Mr. Governor, again, just this year or a few weeks ago, we had flooding in California. And I look around the whole of Lagos State, there was nothing like flooding. Thanks to our Commissioner for Environment. Thanks to our environment. Thanks to our governor. Thank you very much, sir. I beg flooding anywhere, Lekki ni. Show me to Kula Dugo ini. Iṣẹ́ governor wa na ẹ ká pàtẹ́wọ́ fún governor wa. Mr. Governor, sir, on behalf of my constituency, Etiosa Constituency 1, today we are also doing another flag off from Eleko down to Abraham Adesanya. Mr. Governor, there's a particular spot in Ogidon that used to give us a problem. Thanks to our SA works and thanks to our Lekki Estate Resident Association, we have a synergy between ourselves. Anytime we call on our SA on Oitutu Bajeo, what in cause the traffic she will come around with public works, they will do palliative. Please, a round of applause for our SA. Our SA, thank you very, very much. Thanks the PS and thanks the ministry as well. However, Mr. Governor, I want to say that Lagos is rising, Ekoshima Dunsi, and Eba me pari e bẹ́ẹ̀rí iṣẹ́ wa,
bẹ́ẹ̀rí iṣẹ́ wa, ẹ wò gbòòrò wò. Ìgboro ni ẹ wò, bẹ́ẹ̀rí iṣẹ́ wa.
Let me submit by saying that the forthcoming election, February 25, 2023, is very, very important to Lagos State because our former governor of Lagos State, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, is our presidential candidate. Let's now assume that we now have president at the villa, and we have our own governor in Lagos State, Ejokila Tunfele Kolon ti gbàdúrà wa nìyẹn. Abọ́lọ́wọ́ gbàdúrà wa nìyẹn. We are saying we want a special status for Lagos. Ọwọ́ kan la máa rí. We are saying we want state police. Kí ló máa ṣẹlẹ̀? Ọwọ́ kan náà la máa rí. Thank you very much for this thing. I appreciate it.
Wọ́n ní kò sáyé lókè, ó wáyé fún wa lókè. Ó gbogbo fọ́lẹ̀ tàwa, ìyanu lórúkọ rẹ̀. Wọ́n ní kò sáyé lókè, ó wáyé fún wa lókè. Ó gbogbo fọ́lẹ̀ tàwa, ìyanu lórúkọ rẹ̀.
Thank you. Can we put our hands together for Honorable Lohid Adams? Thank you very much, sir. Mr. Governor, Mr. Deputy Governor, all other courtesies extended, ladies and gentlemen, the next goodwill message will be coming from the National Assembly and one of your own, son of the soil, the man that you love, is going to give that goodwill message. Member House of Representatives, Honorable Bayo Bayo.
Bayo, ìgbà yìí lọ́la ẹ̀ ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ bẹ̀rẹ̀. Olúwa lórí báyìí, Bayo, ìgbà yìí lọ́la ẹ̀ ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ bẹ̀rẹ̀.
Àsìkò bíbí rẹ ni Ọlọ́run ló fún bíbí rẹ ṣe. Àsìkò bíbí rẹ ni Ọlọ́run ló fún bíbí rẹ ṣe. Ìgbà tí àwọn ṣe tí wọ́n bíbí rẹ ti ọ̀sọ̀rọ̀. Àsìkò bíbí rẹ ni Ọlọ́run ló fún bíbí rẹ ṣe.
Ọmọ ìlú pàtàkì. I want to now the existing protocol. His Excellency, Governor Abaje Sanwo-Olu, all we can just say is thank you.
When the construction of the deep sea port commenced, I was thinking it would be one of those projects that would take a decade. But you completed it in a record time of less than 3 years. To us, that project alone, sir, has actually transformed Ibeju Lekki. The ocean economy of Ibeju Lekki has actually skyrocketed. Properties has actually increased in value along the axis. And I'm very happy that you didn't just put these projects in Ibeju Lekki, you're actually planning for the infrastructure that will not make Ibeju Lekki turn to another Apapa. So when you announce the construction of the Lekki Free Trade Zone Road, that it also be constructed, expanded, because it was just one lane road before, and a 3-lane road actually have started. And you did just announce, the day you announced, contractors are already on site. And that means you are a governor, talk and do. And with all the construction along the Lekki axis, I want to promise you that Ibeju Lekki people will vote our party from top to bottom, from the presidency, the governor, the National Assembly, and the State Assembly. We have no choice. You know, Asiwaju is architect of all the development we are seeing in the Lekki Free Trade Zone. When he started that project, he said, in the next 20 years, your area will never be the same again. In fact, in about 10 years ago, we have been seeing the impact. Lot of production along this area. In fact, I can tell you, with what has happened in that area, in the next few years, anybody living in Ibeju Lekki might not even need to get to Abuja, to Ajah again, because we have our ports, we have the free trade zone that will bring up all the different forms of employment, and we are going to have the airport as promised. And our governor has said very soon they will commence the project too. So in the next few years, when I'm going to Abuja, I don't need to pass through Ajah to get to Ikeja. All I need to do, just go to Ekpe. So an Ekpe division has actually become the economic hub, not of Lagos alone, of Nigeria and indeed of Africa. And all because Asiwaju started this vision. And I'm happy that our Mr. Governor keyed into the project, into that vision, and has actually been actualizing it. The railroad that we just commissioned, and I know you have promised that this Lekki Axis 2 is going to have the extension of the railroad. Yes, you are Mr. Talk and Do. And we promise you, come 25th of February and 11th of March, we are going to give all our votes to APC. Thank you so much, Mr. Governor.
Bàbá nígbà tí mo rí bẹ́ ṣe tó. Bàbá nígbà tí mo rí bẹ́ ṣe tó. Bàbá nígbà tí mo rí bẹ́ ṣe tó. Ó wá sọ pé ọpẹ́ ló yẹ.
Thank you very much, Mr. Governor, sir, the Deputy Governor, Right Honorable Speaker, all other courtesies duly extended. The last but not the least on the list of goodwill messages will be taken by the Managing Director of Craneboard, the contractors, Messrs. Gilbert Sasseni. Let's appreciate him, please.
Àná wa sọ̀rọ̀, ẹ ṣeun o. Òní wa sọ̀rọ̀, ẹ ṣeun o. Ó dájú ọ̀la wa bá sọ̀rọ̀, ẹ ṣeun o. Ìjìnlẹ̀ nínú ìjìnlẹ̀, ẹ ṣeun o. Àná wa sọ̀rọ̀, ẹ ṣeun o. Òní wa sọ̀rọ̀, ẹ ṣeun o. Ó dájú ọ̀la wa bá sọ̀rọ̀, ẹ ṣeun o. Ìjìnlẹ̀ nínú ìjìnlẹ̀, ẹ ṣeun o.
Your Excellency, the Executive Governor of Lagos State, Babajide Sanwo-Olu, Your Excellency, the Deputy Governor of Lagos State, Dr. Obaseki, all other protocols duly observed. Today we come to bear witness once again to the power of ideas and visionary leadership. So we're both commissioning phase 1, and actually we're not really flagging off phase 2 because as we're going back to the mainland, we realize that we've already completed 10 kilometers on the right-hand side of the road. So it's basically not a flag off, it's an inspection, Excellency. 2 years ago, most of us present here witnessed the flag off and reconstruction of Lekki to Epe highway. Here we are celebrating its completion, a promise made, a promise fulfilled. As I give this speech, I feel a bit conflicted. Being the contractor, I'm proud of what we have achieved and grateful for the massive trust and cooperation granted by the government of Lagos State and our supervisory agency, Ministry of Works and Infrastructure. And as a citizen of Lagos, I feel lucky to witness this life-impacting project. It is simply transformational. The road is still long, but we're fully on track. Since we are in election season, Your Excellency, with your permission, permit me to use one of my favorite slogans: one good road deserves another. On that note, I would like to thank Lagosians, especially the residents of this road and this area, for their patience, understanding, and cooperation. I apologize for any hardship caused during the construction and urge them to drive safely and preserve the beauty of the road. Thank you. God bless Lagos. God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
I will never be ungrateful to you, Lord. I will never be ungrateful to you, Lord. I will never be, I will never be, I will never be ungrateful to you, Lord. I will never be ungrateful to you. I will never be ungrateful to you, Lord.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Governor, sir, the Deputy Governor, all other courtesies duly extended. We have come to the high point of this program. Let me remind us all that 3.5 years plus ago, Lagos became and remains a huge construction site. When Mr. Governor came into office, he anchored his administration on the 6-point development agenda. The first pillar is traffic management and transportation, under whose auspices we are here. But if we talk about a road that is rigid concrete, in some part of the southwest, we talk about ONABANJO. I can say it boldly and categorically that this is another ONABANJO. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen.
Indeed, this man, your own governor, my own governor, indeed our own governor, a man that is sellable, but we will not trade him for anything. A dependable man, a trustworthy leader, a man who keeps his promise, and that's because he is God-fearing. The man that you have said you will vote for again, And when you started counting, you said 4 plus 4 is equal to 8. So, please welcome Mr. Thomas,
4 plus 4
gentleman
is equal to 8.
Governor of Lagos, Mr. Babajide
4 plus 4 is equal to 8. 0 Lekki ẹ̀fọ́ kan balẹ̀ sanwó olùṣe orí tuntun. 0 Lekki ẹ̀fọ́ kan balẹ̀ sanwó olùṣe orí tuntun. Sanwó ìtẹ̀síwájú Èkó ló jẹ wá lógún. Ìtẹ̀síwájú Èkó ló jẹ wá lógún. Dára Èkó máa gbádùn ló jẹ wá lógún. Ọdún mẹ́rin tó bọ̀ yìí bẹ̀bẹ̀ ṣì ń bọ̀ wá o. Ìtẹ̀síwájú Èkó ló jẹ wá lógún. Àṣà ti tẹ̀síwájú Èkó ló jẹ wá lógún. Dára Èkó máa gbádùn ló jẹ wá lógún. Ọdún mẹ́rin tó bọ̀ yìí bẹ̀bẹ̀ ṣì ń bọ̀ wá o. On your market we shall stop. On your market we shall stop. So, on your market we shall stop. 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 We are 4 plus 4. It's equal to 8. It's equal to 8. 4 plus 4 is equal to 8. 4 plus 4 is equal to 8. 4 plus 4 is equal to 8. Ìtẹ̀síwájú Èkó lọ́jọ́ wa Sanwó-Olú òru olójì Olúwa. Olójì Olúwa ògùn ti yẹ tẹ́tẹ́ra báyìí. Táwọn ọ̀tá ẹ̀kọ́ lọ́jọ́ ògùn ti yẹ tẹ́tẹ́ra báyìí. Táwọn ọ̀tá ẹ̀kọ́ lọ́jọ́ fún wọn kò lọ́dọ̀ láyé. Àwọn ọ̀tá báwo la ṣe fẹ́ lọ́dọ̀ báwo? Wọ́n lọ́dọ̀ láyé. Báwo la ṣe fẹ́ lọ́dọ̀ báwo? Ìwé ìpínlẹ̀ Èkó àjùmọ̀ṣe. Ìgbéga ìpínlẹ̀ Èkó àjùmọ̀ṣe.
ṣe ṣé dáadáa ni mo rí gbogbo yín ṣé dáadáa mo rí gbogbo yín Ìbẹ̀jú Lẹ́kì Ẹ̀pẹ́ Etí Ọ̀sà ṣé dáadáa mo rí gbogbo yín tá a bá fi gbogbo ìní tá a bá fi jó gan ó tó bẹ́ẹ̀ ojú bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ àbí bẹ́ẹ̀ kọ́ àbí bẹ́ẹ̀ kọ́.
Sanwó-Olú rìdímọ̀ dáadáa rìdímọ̀ dáadáa ẹlẹ́kejì yẹn rìdímọ̀
ẹ ṣe.
rìdímọ̀
Thank you.
aláwùsá yẹn rìdímọ̀ dáadáa lẹ́lẹ́kejì yẹn rìdímọ̀ dáadáa.
Ẹ ṣe gan ni inú wa ń dùn ni ẹ ṣe. Thank you. Thank you. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni.
Ayé ò ní mú ẹsẹ̀.
Káwọn kábíyèsí kọ́ máa pẹ́ nínú oòrùn ẹ̀yẹ ká tètè sọ́tán. Àdúpẹ́ ẹ ṣe. Thank you very much. Mo mọ̀ pé inú gbogbo wa ń dùn ni. I want to say hello to all of my citizens out there. You are the reasons why we're here. Please, you are the main reason. Don't think that because you are not here, you are not part of this event. I love you all. I love you all. I love you all. I love you all. Thank you very much. Ẹ ṣé. Ẹ ṣé. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni. Ẹ ṣé, thank you very much. It's a long protocol list, and I will try and touch everyone. Mr. Deputy Governor, Dr. Kadiri Obafemi Hamzat, thank you very much. We have improved the road to your village in Ekpe, and I'm sure your people are happy that you are their Deputy Governor. National Assembly members, Honorable Wale Raji, Honorable Bayo Balogun, and Honorable Ibrahim Obanikoru, thank you very much for coming. The Speaker of the Lagos State House of Assembly, here ably represented by Honorable Nohim Adams, who is also the Deputy Majority Leader. Other members of the House that are here, Honorable Abiodun Tom, who is the Chairman of the House Committee on Infrastructure, Honorable Ogunkelu Sylvester, Honorable Fatai Adebola Moji, and Honorable Rahim Adewale Kazim, Ugbone Loruko Fun. Our GSC members that are here, Right Honorable Adeyemi Kuforiji and Omoba Mofi Adeto. Our leaders that are also here, Chief Bode Idele, Dr. Tola Kasali, members of the Lagos State Executive that are here in large number. Please let's give them a round of applause. This is another one for you, led by the SSG and of course, a very hardworking special advisor on works and infrastructure, Engineer Ramide Adeyoye. Body of Permanent Secretary, there's so many of you also that are here. Thank you all, thank you very, very much. Thank you very much for coming in large number, especially to support the Permanent Secretary Works and Infrastructure, Engineer Olufemi Daramola, Chairman of our local government and LCDA, especially the one in this LCDA, Engineer Abdullahi Sheson Olowa. Chairman of our party, Honorable Colinius Ojelabi, and other members of the working group of our party, the DG of our campaign, all of you are here in large number. Mr. Oladudoye, I know this is your territory. Thank you all very much for coming. Thank you for holding forth for the party. Our religious leaders, they are here. I want to thank you very, very much. But I want to thank and acknowledge all our traditional rulers. There are so many of them. Oba Kamaru Anima Shamolojo of Ekpe, Oba Tajuddin Adebanjo Lemoro, Oba Olitedo of Lemoro, Oba Olufolani Dunsowo Alara of Ilara, Oba Ganiu Adebola Adeboale Adegbesonise of Iselan, Oba Mufta Olariwaju Adewumi, Oba Onibeju Lekki land, Oba Sefi Olatunji Adewale Olu of Ekpe, Oba Ayodele Kolawole Aileru, Oba of Buka, Oba Sikiru Nureni Onila Daba of Ladaba Kingdom, Abibeko, Oba Babatunde Muidin Balogun Nisolu of Usulu Alade, Oba Jibola Tolade, Oba Dabojo, Oba Den Mason Fine Lady, Oba Adelani Adeni Moruf Adegbojo of Odubo Ojo, Oba Akim Olusegun Ojomo, Oba Olawe, Oba Olayemi Lukman Arowolo, Araromi Kingdom, yes. Oba Olusegun Ebenezer Oyiri, Olosoro of Osoro, Oba Nelson Abayomi Ogunlari, Olowo of Owu Ikosi Kingdom, Oba Lukman Olayemi Arowolo, Oba Araromi Ibeji, Oba Babatunde Ogunlaja Aladeson of Noforija Kingdom, Oba Waliu Rasaki Onibeji of Ibeji, they are ably represented by Chief Adewale, Oba Hafiz Badiru Elejibo of Lambasa, Oba Abiodun Ogunbo Ogunju Oshado of Ogongo, Oba Elias Ijenu Olota of Otaikosi, Oba Ogunbesu Yasi Oni Lekki, Oba Odubeso Ajibola Talabi of Ọ̀dàbọ̀jọ àti sọ̀rọ̀ yẹn ọba Babátúndé Sàká Kérélé ọba of Kayeto ọba Muftau Adéwùmí Paris ọba of Ògúnfàyò ẹ̀yin baálẹ̀ náà mo kí gbogbo yín o kábíyèsí tí n bá dárúkọ yín bọ́yé fún yín mo fẹ́ kí gbogbo yín ní kọ̀ọ̀kan lódìlé orí aládé kọ̀ọ̀kan a dúpẹ́ fún yín o. kábíyèsí o ẹ ṣé gan ni o eléjì ni wọn ò dárúkọ yín síbi ìbọn mo kí yín ẹ ṣé gan ni gbogbo ẹ̀yin chief imam wa gbogbo ẹ̀yin Christian leaders wa gbogbo yín pátápátá and all of our party community leaders our baales our traditional institutions that are under the canopy. I greet each and every one of you, our security operatives, citizens and contractors and staff of Greenberg and all the residents of Ibeju Lekki, especially Lekki Junction that are here in large number. I greet all of you. Gbogbo yín ni mo kí o. Finally, gentlemen of the press, I greet you, I bow for you, and my lovely ladies, Abi, my lovely ladies, Abi, I love you all, I love you all, I love you.
Sanwó-Olú, Èkó máa rí iṣẹ́ ọwọ́ rẹ̀, Èkó máa rí iṣẹ́ ọwọ́ rẹ̀, gbogbo ohun tá a bá ti béèrè, lẹ́sẹ̀kẹsẹ̀ ni wọ́n ń ṣe yẹn. Ìwọ táyé mi títí tọ́lọ́run ò jẹ́ kó wó, ó yẹ òjò fún bàbá.
Kábíyèsí, ṣe rí i pé inú wa ń dùn, ayọ̀ wa kúnlé nìní, nítorí pé a dá ọjọ́ kò. Olórí orílẹ̀-èdè gangan la fẹ́ kó a bá a ṣíbì, ṣùgbọ́n náà pọ̀ fún wọn jọ yẹn. Wọ́n dẹ̀ lọ káàkiri pé helicopter náà ń lò, ṣùgbọ́n a gbọ́dọ̀ má ṣe ẹ̀tọ́ tó yẹ ká ṣe la fi pè ìjọba ẹ̀ àti gbogbo ìlú pé kẹ́ wá rí iṣẹ́ tí ẹ gbé fún wa pé ká ṣe, pé ìjọba yín ìjọba tó máa sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ tó ń ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ ni, ìjọba tó mọ̀ pé tẹ́ bá ti bọ́ sílùú pé àníjọba eléyìí àwọn eléyìí òun kò ń ṣe onírọ́, ìjọba tó jẹ́ pé tá bá ti ṣe promise pé a bá ti ṣèlérí pé nǹkan báyìí la máa ṣe. Inú mi dẹ̀ dùn pé gbogbo yín lẹ fi ìjókòó lẹ fi yẹ wá sí lọ́sàn-án yìí àti ẹ̀yin àti gbogbo orí tí ẹ̀ ń kó jọ ìkọ̀kan nú wọn kò ní kú mọ́ yín lọ́wọ́. Inú wa dùn lénìí pé gbogbo wa la wá yọ àyọ pé ká tiẹ̀ ṣe títì yìí ká tẹ̀ parí ẹ̀ phase 1 ìtòyìnbó ń pè ní phase 1 ó ti dé Lekki Junction, láti Lekki ó ti dé Ẹ̀pẹ́. Ẹ rí i pé in 15 minutes ẹ ti délé, tó máa ń gbà wákàtí 4 wákàtí 5 tẹ́lẹ̀ àti mú ìrònú yẹn àti mú kúrò. Títì tó jẹ́ pé 2 ni aṣọ di 6 ṣẹ́rí bẹ́ẹ̀ concrete àdẹ̀dà sórí ẹ̀ yẹn lágbára Ọlọ́run 20 ọdún lónìí bó ṣe máa wà nìyẹn. Ẹ̀ẹ́dẹ̀ bá wa sọ fáwọn aráàlú kan tọ́jú ẹ̀ nítorí àwa gbélé yín lọ́wọ́ ni, àwa fi lé gbogbo ìlú lọ́wọ́ ni, ẹ̀yin dẹ̀ lẹ́ máa tọ́jú ẹ̀. Lẹ́yìn yẹn a tún ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ ìjọ ìbò ń pè ní phase 2 náà tó ń lọ sínú Abraham Adesanya lọ́hùn. Abẹ́ẹ̀rí so ká sọ fún wọn pé nǹkan tá a bá la máa ṣe a máa ṣe. Kábíyèsí ẹlẹ́mọ̀rọ̀ nígbà tí mo rí jọ́nà lọ́ta la máa kọ́ skul fún yín, ṣẹ́rí skul yẹn wọ́n fi ń wọ̀n l'Amẹ́ríkà ni, skul yẹn wọ́n fi ń júwe skul l'Amẹ́ríkà ni, àbí bẹ́ẹ̀ kọ́? Tá a bá sọ pé a máa ṣe. Nígbà tá a wọlé tá a bẹ̀rẹ̀ ní oṣù 4-5 tá a dé la sign ni pẹ̀lú àwọn òyìnbó àwọn Chinese Lekki port láàrin ọdún 3 jọ parí ẹ̀. Ọ̀tá ń sọ nìyẹn o. Refinery ó ti ń ṣiṣẹ́ díẹ̀díẹ̀, fertilizer bẹ̀, refinery bẹ̀, àwọn ọmọ yín náà máa jèrè bẹ̀ àti ẹ̀yin àti gbogbo ìlú ni o. Alárọ̀ City àti gbogbo àwọn companies tá à ń fún láyè ibi yìí wọ́n lòun ni fastest development ní gbogbo Africa. tó bá bá yín ẹ̀kọ́ má talẹ̀ fẹ́yàn kankan o kẹ́ni pé kán ní sùúrù náà pé tí Sanwó-Olú ṣe fún yín ká tiẹ̀ mú mi sí náà nítorí a gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ káwọn tó.
bàtà nínú gbogbo wọn o gbogbo wọn pátá. nínú gbogbo wọn pátá.
so gbogbo ìlú ni o àwọn kan lè wá o wọn lọ jẹgbẹ́ kan fẹ́ parọ́ fún yín kò sáyè nítorí ìtajọ wọ̀ yìí gbogbo ìjọ ń rí ni pé ìdàgbàsókè ń wọ àárín ìlú yín ó ń wọ agbègbè yín ìtọ́lọ́ ń fún yín pé kẹ́ máa ṣètò ẹ̀ à ń ṣe lọ ni lágbára Ọlọ́run airport ta sọ yẹn òun náà àti ń bá wọn sọ̀rọ̀ ká tó dẹ́ pé on the right ni a máa ṣe ó dẹ̀ ní nǹkan tí kinní yẹn mú bọ̀ àbí bẹ́ẹ̀ kọ́ ẹ ṣe. wọ́n ti ẹ̀rí lò nínú òrùn gan àti nínú kínní wọ́n wá kóra wọn jọ àtọkùnrin àtobìnrin ṣe rí pé ká tiẹ̀ má darúkọ ṣùgbọ́n tó bá ti wá kẹ́ tilẹ̀kùn mọ́ wọn pátápátá tó bá lẹ̀ wá tó bá ti jáde báyìí kẹ́ fi ìgbálẹ̀ báyìí kẹ́ fi gbá wọn ni pé nítorí àníjà àníkẹ́ báyọ̀ kankan jà kí ni kẹ́ ṣe ìbò ni kẹ́ fi dé wọn mọ́lẹ̀ tán ìbò ní níjọ́ yẹn náà.
ẹ má ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ ni kẹ́ni ìjà o ìbò ni ẹ di ọ.
níjọ́ náà lọ́hùn ìjọ́ kìíní oṣù kejì náà la wọ̀ yìí o nínú oṣù yìí la máa dìbò presidency ìbò ni o ìka ọwọ́ báyìí ẹ má jì lábẹ́ ẹ̀ kọ́kí àfi tọ́ tẹ́ sí ó tọ́ mi lè máa wo gbóyún o kábíyèsí ẹ bá mi bójú tó àsìkò yín lélẹ́yìí PVC ní kò síjà ẹ sọ fún gbogbo àwọn baálẹ̀ gbogbo àwọn tó ní di upgrade tó ní di extension gbogbo wọn la máa wò lágbára Ọlọ́run àní jẹ yín mọ́lẹ̀ ṣùgbọ́n ẹ gbọ́dọ̀ ṣe ètò tí president wa máa fi wọlé tí gbogbo àwọn ọmọ yín tó jẹ́ senator tó jẹ́ house of rep tó máa fi wọlé nínú oṣù yìí ẹ̀yin gangan lẹ máa sọ fún gbogbo àwọn baálẹ̀ máa sọ fún gbogbo àwọn olóyè yín àti ìlú àní jẹ́ káwọn àtọ̀húnrìn wa kán wá sọ fún wa pé báwo ló ṣe rí o kò dẹ̀ ní ṣẹlẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ o ẹ̀yin ìmáàmù wa ó kàn yín o nítorí pé ẹ̀yin náà ìjọba nìyín ìtọ́lọ̀ ń fún yín ṣe tẹ́ ń ṣe wàásù níjọ́ Friday àti níjọ́ Sunday ẹ lo wàásù yín dáadáa nítorí eléyìí ẹ ń rí i pé ìjọba téèyàn ń fọkàn tì ní ìjọba tó ń sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ tó ń ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ ni kò sí nǹkan tó ju yẹn lọ èyí tá a ṣe yìí tọ́lọ́ ń bá fún wa lórí ọ̀fẹ́ a fẹ́ ṣe jù bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ so ẹ gbọ́dọ̀ fún wa láyè àtàwọn ọmọ yín pé kí ìdàgbàsókè kó tún wá sáàrin yín jù yẹn nǹkan tá à ń sọ nìyẹn kò síjà kò sí pé kíní kankan Ọlọ́run á dẹ̀ fún yín ṣe lágbára Ọlọ́run inú mi dùn pé gbogbo yín lẹ jáde lọ́sàn-án yìí gbogbo á dẹ̀ ti rí àwọn ọkùnrin náà wà ń bẹ̀ èmi mọ̀ pé ẹ̀yin for sure nìyí mo mọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ ni ẹ ṣe gan jàre ká sọ fáwọn bàbá wa náà àtàwọn ọkọ pé bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe wà lẹ́yìn káwọn náà dúró gbọ́n kẹ́ẹ̀dì báyìí kó pé ni àbí bẹ́ẹ̀ kọ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe wá Ọlọ́run á ṣọ́ yín dé láyà àtàláfíà o eléyìí ò ní ṣègbà tá a máa jọ pàdé ara wa o àtúpàdé nínú àlàáfíà nínú ìfẹ́ bó ṣe máa rí nìyẹn o. ẹ sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ iná yẹn a ti ń ṣe because ẹni sùúrù mo ti sọ tẹ́lẹ̀ wọ́n ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ commissioner for energy wà ń bì
ṣó wà bí mo ti ń ṣe lágbára Ọlọ́run ó dẹ̀ máa lọ́dún yìí ni a ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ kò sọ̀rọ̀ pé a ti fún wọn lówó wọ́n ti ń ṣe lọ báyìí ó dẹ̀ máa délẹ̀ ni lágbára Ọlọ́run à ní fi pètò fún yín ẹ̀tọ́ yín ni wọ́n ní federal ṣùgbọ́n state àwa máa ṣe é fún yín lálìmọ̀ṣọ́ à ń fún wọn ní mítà lọ́fẹ̀ẹ́ pé màá wá sádùúgbò yín náà nìyẹn. General hospital tó wà ń bẹ̀ jù ẹ jẹ́ pé a ti ń túnṣe General hospital ní Etí Ọ̀sà a máa bẹ̀rẹ̀ yẹn náà kò ń ṣe MCC ni a máa kọ́ General hospital sínú ibẹ̀ yẹn náà ni tẹ́ bá ń lọ sọ́nà Kétu Eriyun àti ń kọ́ hospital síbẹ̀ náà àti ń kọ́ market síbẹ̀ Kétu Ejìrìn bẹ́ẹ̀ ni lágbára Ọlọ́run àti kábíyèsí Kétu Ejìrìn à ń boom film village bọ̀ lágbára Ọlọ́run bó ṣe máa rí nìyẹn àbí bẹ́ẹ̀ kọ́. Thank you very much.
Gómìnà dáadáa ni gómìnà wa. Gómìnà dáadáa ni gómìnà wa. Ó ṣe wá dáadáa, ó hùwà dáadáa sí wa. Gómìnà dáadáa ni gómìnà wa.
Ẹ kì í sọ ìbò díẹ̀ nítorí àwọn akọ̀ròyìn kan bá lè rí nǹkan sọ. Nítorí tá a bá tún sọ ní Yorùbá jù nígbà wọn máa transmit ẹ̀ wọ́n lè lọ máa kọ̀. So ká sọ fún wọn àbí bẹ́ẹ̀ kọ́ inú wa ń dùn ni. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni. Ẹ ṣé. Thank you very much. Agbára Ọlọ́run. Agbára Ọlọ́run. Agbára Ọlọ́run.
Ìwé lọ́mọ mi máa kà ó.
Irú ìtakọ́ fún ẹlẹ́lẹ́mọ̀rọ̀ náà là ń kọ́ káàkiri. Agbára Ọlọ́run bó ṣe máa rí nìyẹn. Distinguished guests, gentlemen of the press, ladies and gentlemen, I'm sure you can see excitement in our voice. You can see excitement within our citizens. You can see excitement in our local community. Because this is a government that says a thing and it keeps to its promise. Exactly less than 3 years ago, about 2.5 years ago, in November 2020, we received several distress calls. We applied on this road from Lekki Junction to Ekpe with a lot of agony and pain. And we came out and we told our citizens that we're going to bring a permanent solution to this road that was constructed as a rural road over 40 years ago. It used to be a 2-lane road, but because of development, because of the growth that was seen on the Lekki Etiosa to Ekpe corridor, it became obvious that the road could not serve our people again. It became deplorable and it became unusable. And so in November 2020, we said we're going to reconstruct completely this 18.75 kilometer road. And today, we're thankful to God because we have transformed from a 2-lane rural road to a 6-lane rigid concrete road with full complement of all of the road infrastructure, including street lights with drainage complements. And this, we can say, is one of the best roads that you can see in any part of this country. This is one of the best newly constructed rigid pavement roads that you can be proud of. And why so? It's because we believe you deserve it. Because we believe our citizens on this corridor deserve the very best. We cannot shortchange you. You don't deserve our measures. You deserve the very, very best and the best in class. And that's why we're happy that you are also happy with the retinue of our traditional institutions that are here, with the compliments of all our religious leaders that are here, with the compliments of all our community leaders, our political leaders that are here, that you have come to confirm and validate our decision to build this road. And because you know that we're a listening government, and the fact that you cry to us is not because you just want to be a complainer, because you believe we can do it. And you said to us, we should continue with the phase 2 of it. And you can see that the phase 2 also has started. And the phase 2 is not just reconstruction, it's also widening into 6 lanes. What more can be referred to as the real dividend of democracy? What more can be referred to as a government that is forward-looking, that is transparent, that is committed to the upliftment of better life for its citizens? That's what we're committing to. And so today, we're happy that we're handing over this road. But we're also happy that the phase 2 has also started. And like the contractor has said, some have started receiving relief on the phase 2 as it goes towards Junction. We'll stop at nothing to ensure that what we have started in phase 2 will be brought to permanent completion. Campaign láti bọ̀ lẹ́pẹ̀ àbí bẹ́ẹ̀ kọ́.
Bomi sí.
Wọ́n jẹ́ fẹ́ mú amọ̀lẹ̀ campaign wọ́n ní ká máa lọ bá a sọ fún àwọn ẹ̀rẹ́ pẹ̀pẹ́ agbọ́dọ̀ débì náà ni. And so you can see that it is not just lip service. So when we come out to say that APC is a progressive party, that the government in Lagos State is a forward-looking party, is a forward-looking government, it's because of all of you, the things that we have done for each and every one of you. Some of you have been workers on this road. And we don't want to take your life, your sustenance of livelihood. That's why we've said they should continue with the phase 2. And all of you are here. We did not ask you what part of the country you are from before we gave you employment. We did not ask you what tribe or what religion you are before we gave you employment. We are a forward-looking government, and we want to provide opportunity for everybody, for every of our citizens that are law-abiding and want to do things right in our state. You know too well that this corridor continues to remain one of the fastest growing corridors in our country. And so we cannot but ensure that the best quality infrastructure development is what we give to you. And that's why we're here to say to you that the election that we're about is not an election on religious basis. It's not an election on tribal sentiments. It's an election on performance, people-centric governance. And that's why we're saying to you that a vote for APC, a vote for our party at all levels is a vote that can assure of your tomorrow. It's a vote that can assure you of meaningful development. It's a vote that can bring succor to your life. It's a vote that can ensure that your children and your children's children will have a better tomorrow. That's what it's about. That's what we're talking about. And so if we can do this as a state, if we can do this as a state from the Lekki deep sea port, from the opportunity that the Lekki Free Trade Zone has provided, from the opportunity that you have seen as residents of this neighborhood, when we ask you that the presidential election is an election that we believe will transform our country, we know what we're saying. Because what has happened here in Lagos, in Ibeju Lekki, we want to replicate it in all nooks and crannies of our country. Our presidential candidate 2 days ago promised people in Akwa Ibom that as we have done Lekki Deep Sea Port, he wants to do Ibom Deep Sea Port. That is what development is all about. And that's why we're asking you that come February 25th, don't waste your vote. Don't waste your vote. Cast your vote for APC.
APC tí gbogbo wa ní kó má gbọ́dọ̀ bàjẹ́ torí kò sẹ́gbẹ́ mìíràn tí a lè ṣe àjò lè dàbí ilé ẹ jẹ́ ká sowọ́pọ̀ ká fìmọ̀ ṣọ̀kan gbé kémi gbé APC.
Aṣíwájú Bọ́lá Ahmed Tinubu is on the ballot. Thank you. He's on the ballot. Let's be reasonable. We're all here. We're all living here. You're working here. You're receiving the dividends and the benefits of an economy that is thriving, of an economy that is working, of an economy that is providing meaningful development, that is giving you jobs. Let us reflect it nationally. Let us not waste our votes. Let's vote it well. With him, with all of our National Assembly members, from our senatorial candidates to our House of Reps candidates, let it be a purposeful voting for APC. Because that's what it's about. It's about your future. It's about your children's future. It's about what will bring you food on your table. It's about what will reduce your journey time from 2 hours to 30 minutes. It's about what will provide you the sustenance of life. That's what we're talking about. That's what this is about. And we're not just joking about it. We're saying let's do the right thing so that we can receive the full benefit of doing the right thing. And so, in March 11, we'll also be doing similar election for the governorship and for the House of Assembly. I stand here humble that we are continuing to serve you with every fiber that we have, with every sincerity that we have, with every commitment that we have, with every intelligence and ability that we have. And that's why we want to say to you that we still have a lot more to give to you. We still have a lot more that we can pass on. That's why we're asking you to come out and vote in large number. And vote in your teeming population for both Mr. Governor and Mr. Deputy Governor, and of course, our House of Assembly members. It's not about fighting anybody. It's not about condemning anybody. It's not about talking down on anybody. But some of them, they don't even know what governance is all about. They don't even have an idea of what the kitchen looks like, and they say they want to come and prepare food. Will you risk people that have not even earned, people that have not even seen what the inside of government is, to risk the largest economy and put it in their hand? They don't even have an idea what it means. And they want to use the government of Lagos State as a test run. We'll tell them we're not dumps, we're smarter than that, we're more resourceful, we're more intelligent, we're more dynamic, we're more forward-looking, we're more people-centric. And it's not a cheap talk. It is not a cheap talk. It's not by lying, by saying that somebody destroyed your poster. It's not by lying, by saying that some people not allow you to go and contest.
It's because you don't have anything up your stairs. You don't have any iota of intelligence that you can provide. That's what it's about. Before I say anything, it's all anarchy, it's all violence that they are known for. And so let us push them aside. And for the other ones that are upcoming, well, they are upcoming. Let them start. We can start with them as we'll give them Olowa. We'll start with them with councillor, let them be councillor, then we'll give them chairman of local government. Then if they do well, maybe we'll send them to House of Assembly, then they will line the rope. Abibeko.
Yes, so APC, we are moving on. APC, we are moving on.
I don't need to mention names because I don't want to glorify anybody. One young one said he's a World Bank trained. We brought World Bank here. We brought World Bank here. We're not their trainee. We brought them here. We have been working with them for over 20 years. We brought the best procurement policy in this country. We brought it here. We sit with them toe by toe. They are not our own lecturer. We teach them what to do. They will come and say they will go to work. They don't even have an idea of what it means. It's textbook. So if for their textbook, they will start with councillor. They can make mistake as councillor, no problem. We'll manage it. When they get to chairman of local government, we'll put them on the right track. You know, we'll put them on the right track, and they will have an opportunity to grow. So maybe further down the line, another 15, 20 years, yes, we'll consider. We'll look at how far they've gone, how far they've learned, how far they've learned. That's what this election is about. And that's why I don't consider them worth the while. You know? And that's why I'm saying to you that you know the right thing, you can feel the right thing, and it's not just lip service. This is what governance is about. It's about making a promise, and within the life of your government, you deliver on your promise. You solve a problem. You see a problem, you solve it, and you resolve it completely. That's what governance is all about. So today, I want to thank all of our stakeholders. All of you are my stakeholders. All of you. I want to thank all of you. All of you that are here, I want to thank you for your patience, for your resourcefulness. And I want to thank the Ministry of Works and Infrastructure, our ministry that continues to do the right thing and ensure that our contractors deliver on time and on budget. Let me acknowledge the Special Advisor, Engineer Ramide Adeyoye. Let me acknowledge the Permanent Secretary, Engineer Daramola Olufemi. Let me acknowledge the Director in the Ministry, Engineer Tokumba Janoku. Let me acknowledge Engineer Alero Olanriwaju. And let me acknowledge Engineer Benjamin Nwalema. Sherikpe Yegon Atohunriwani, but you acknowledge Benjamin, where are you? Nwalema is one of us, is one of our engineers, is one of the people that is working. So you can see that this government is a government for all. It's a government for its people. It's a government that feels and understands the pain of its citizens and strives to solve their pain. And I also want to thank our contractor. He saved himself a job by ensuring that he danced here today. He's a Lagosian, he was born in Lagos, and we're proud that he's one of us, Cranborg, and that's why he had said to us, that we're happy with all of the things that were done. Before I leave here, for emphasis, on the 25th of February, your presidential vote will be for Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Is that so?
Yes.
On the 25th, your Senate vote will be for Senator Tokunbo Abiru. Is that so?
Yes.
On the 25th, your House of Rep will be for Honorable Bayo Balogun. Is that so?
Yes.
And it will also be for Honorable Wale Raji. Is that so?
Yes, so.
Move see March 11. For March 11, will your vote be for Mr. Celebu?
Sanwó-Olú, Sanwó-Olú, ayi o. Sanwó-Olú, Sanwó-Olú, ayi o. Sanwó-Olú, Sanwó-Olú, ayi o. Sanwó-Olú, Sanwó-Olú, ayi o.
Thank you. But my House of Assembly members are also important in that election. Honorable Mojid Abiola Fatai for Ibeju 1. Honorable Oladele Ajayi for Ibeju 2. Honorable Abiodun Tobun for Epe 1. And Honorable Ogukelu Sylvester for Epe 2. Ṣó máa wọlé.
Wọ́n ti wọlé.
Ṣó máa wọlé.
Wọ́n ti wọlé.
Àwọn àtọ̀húnrún àtọ́bá wa kílẹ̀ máa ṣe fún wọn. A máa fi gbálẹ̀. Thank you very, very much. It's been an honor.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Very quickly, thank you.
Ìwọ ló dára báyìí.
Mr. Governor, Mr. Irving Governor, permit me to stand along the existing protocol. All gratitude and praise goes to Almighty God for sparing our life from the commencement of this project till date, and for granting this administration another opportunity to impact positively in the lives of the good people of Lagos. First and foremost, I would like to recognize the tremendous support of Mr. Governor, Mr. Babajide Sanwo-Olu, and Mr. Deputy Governor, Dr. Kadri Babafemi in achieving formal commissioning of the 7.5 kilometers continuous rigid concrete basement, 3 lanes, dual carriageway with dedicated shopping. And also for the flag of phase 2, that is from Lekki Junction to Omotayo roundabout. This event provided yet another milestone success to the developmental efforts of this administration. Special thanks to the members of the National Assembly for finding time to identify with us and attend today's commissioning for the next phase. On behalf of the Ministry of Works and Infrastructure, I deeply appreciate the Chairman of the Committee on Works and Party chieftains, political leaders, state leaders, religious and community leaders, members of various CDCs and CDs and other stakeholders here present. You are indeed highly appreciated. We are also very grateful to all the distinguished personalities here present for their supportive role. Say a big thank you to the body of permanent secretaries and head of Constantinople who took time out of their busy schedule to visit stage with us. I would like to acknowledge and appreciate the contributions and efforts of members of the project team under the unique leadership of my special advisor, Works and Infrastructure, Engineer Mrs. Arabiya Hiyoye. The success of this project is the result of a steadfastness in ensuring timely completion of the project without compromise to quality assurance and quality control. We can all attest to the standard and the quality of this project. Nevertheless, the laid in services and infrastructure, only if all stakeholders take ownership. Appropriately and reporting form of abuse to relevant authorities, say thank you to our contractor, Mr. Springbok Construction Limited, as well as the project staff. I really thank everyone who have one way or the other made the delivery of this project to success. Once again, I thank you all sincerely and I wish you journey message back to your highest destinations.
Thank you very much, the Permanent Secretary Office of Infrastructure, even as Mr. Governor
proceeds to the flag for the formal commissioning as well as the project flag of phase 2.
Mr. Governor, sir.